Welcome to our coverage of ASUG Annual Conference in Sapphire Now 2014. We're in the ASUG News Studio, sponsored by NTT Data, and I'm joined by Ginger McCullough of Brookshire's and Luke Marson of Horizons. And today we're talking about improving user adoption with SuccessFactors. And thank you for joining us, Luke and Ginger. If Luke, could you describe what your role is at Horizons?
Sure. So I'm a Director of Cloud HCM and Technology Solutions at Horizons. So my role is largely working with the business on our strategy and delivery, which I'm responsible for. I like to get my hands dirty. Of course, try and keep up to date with what's going on because of the rapid innovation and releases that come out of SuccessFactors on a regular basis. I also work with our Technology Solutions division on extensibility. So we are working on custom applications on the HANA Cloud Platform, and also with educating our consultants on sort of new innovations like the metadata framework and some of the other features that come out across this SuccessFactors platform. And
then of course you're also an ASUG volunteer.
I am indeed.
In the HCM sphere. And Ginger, if you could describe to us, give a little background of Brookshire's and your role there.
Sure. Well, my role is Vice President of Training and Development as well as Change Management, and I oversee a team of about 20 partners that we develop training materials. We are change agents for all changes to processes, programs, or technology projects, as well as an execution arm in training with some retail training specialists that are zoned. Our company is a family-owned company. We have about 155 retail stores. We operate under 3 banners. We're 85 years strong. We also have a manufacturing side, a couple of distribution plants and logistics, corporate, you name it, and our company, we have it.
And if I recall right, you have 14,000 employees?
14,500 employees currently.
Right, and what you're trying to do, what we're talking about today with your SuccessFactors is trying to train all those employees.
Yes.
So what was it about SuccessFactors that drew you to running your training management through that?
Yes, that's easy, Craig. When we looked at vendors for our LMS system, we were really looking for something a tool that could deliver what actually met our needs, but more important to Brookshire Grocery Company was the feel of the company. And SuccessFactors, they had a good feel. The people were great to work with. The end user experience was very friendly and simple. Is important to us to keep it as simple as we can to make training easier.
And Luke, how important is that end user experience for SuccessFactors when people are choosing SuccessFactors?
It's quite an important feature. I mean, one of the things I hear consistently from customers is that the user interface and the user experience is one of the main draws to using SuccessFactors. It's in terms of engagement and change management and adoption across the organization. It's much more. It's much enhanced by having this kind of very intuitive and easy to use interface within the across the product suite.
Right, and Ginger, I know that intuitive interface, it's improved just the percentage of people doing your trainings at Brookshire's. How has that changed for you? From before, when I know you've told me that the managers were in charge of basically getting the people to the trainings. Now how does it work?
Sure. Well, before we put technology in place to support our business model, we had a strategic plan, and the LMS actually was the end result of that plan. We had to define foundation, structure, and a part of that structure, we implemented a new position in our company, in our retail stores, of a store trainer. And so in the old days, it was whoever had the least amount of responsibility. Hey, you're the lucky one, you get to own this training initiative. Right. But with the new model, a store trainer is located in every site, and they own all change and training initiatives. So when we finally implemented our learning management system, which we branded Learn, by the way, then they own that responsibility. And when you have turnover due to promotion or transfer or whatever, then it's easy to understand what that individual owned, and you can easily move in and train someone new.
And I think you said there was a percentage that you're getting better, that more of your employees are doing the trainings now?
Yes, well, I'll give you a number. We have an internal university within our company, and last year at this time, we were going to recognize 135 partners for achieving their Eagle degree. This year, we are recognizing 480 partners for achieving their Eagle degree. The only thing that has changed is Learn, the implementation of our LMS, which clearly shows and defines that our partners desire knowledge and training because they're going out there and doing it basically on their own.
And those are great results, and really you hear that a lot with SuccessFactors, but still there's this sort of stigma about cloud, and so Luke, what do you hear from customers that maybe, what concerns do you hear about cloud still in these days?
Yeah, I'm hearing different things from different customers. Some of them, maybe have less basis than others. I mean, some customers are still concerned around security. Personally, I don't see the security as a big issue. Although you know that scandals like with the NSA, you know, and cross-country, you know, data protection laws, maybe could do with some harmonization.
Right.
But customers are just concerned really with integration and what data they are storing where, and how they can align all this together, and how they can align all their processes as well. I mean, especially from a technology perspective, maybe you've got the SAP portal, and then you want to maybe run SuccessFactors, and although it has single sign-on, sometimes the user experience is not quite aligned. I mean, they're very different in terms of their design and how those are used. So that can be a bit of a challenge as well. So not just the data, but the process integration and the user experience integration.
Right. And did you see any fears at Brookshire's over putting this information in the cloud?
I think some, you know, hesitation, and maybe a couple of people that were afraid of our financials and different partner information that could be accessed. But I think we all understand that it is secure, and the numbers are really used to show trends, and it can be beneficial to a company to share that information in that way.
Great. And to wrap it up here, I guess I'll start with you, Ginger, and you can add on to Luke. What advice do you have for maybe others that are considering implementing modules of SuccessFactors?
Well, first I would just say that SuccessFactors has been very easy to work with. They're a great vendor to partner with, and they've been very supportive of our company. I guess a tip that I would give is to make sure that you have a plan, that really the technology is not the answer, to make sure you have structure, foundation, the right resources, all the way from the right environment to training computers to deliver the training, and support from your executive committee and top down. So have a plan and know where you're headed, and make sure that the foundation is there before you implement any module.
Yeah, I completely agree with Ginger's comments about having having a solid foundation, and this is for, I mean, it applies to any HR technology that you're implementing, is to, you know, have a clear direction where you are, where you want to go, and how the technology can support you to get there. I think it's important for customers as well, if they're looking for an implementation partner, to do their due diligence, not just listen to customers maybe say they're an expert, or say we have certified consultants. Ask for references, ask for recommendations from SAP and SuccessFactors. You know, speak to customers, get the CVs of the consultants as well, because, you know, a HR technology investment can be quite significant and has a large impact, and you know, customers need to make sure they get it right the first time.
Right, and a lot of what you're saying sounds like a conference like this is a great opportunity for a lot of that.
Yeah, there are a lot of you know, fellow customers here who have implemented SuccessFactors, and you know, I do say to customers, you know, speak to other customers, speak to, you know, fellow ASUG members, ask SuccessFactors if they can recommend customers to speak to, so that you can get a good idea of what, not just implementation partners, but also, you know, what an implementation might entail for your organization. You know, if you're you know, good example is you're implementing learning, and maybe you're in you know, utilities industry or public sector, you know, ask if you can speak to customers in those sort of industries as well, and see what insights they've got as well. that might help you be able to address a few things before you start an implementation, and just ensure that the process goes a lot smoother and that you get the value from the system once you've gone live.
Great, that's great. Do you have something to add, Ginger?
No, the only thing I would add is that a learning management system is much more than a house of training. You can be very creative with your LMS and house just about anything in your LMS to deliver communication and knowledge to your workforce.
Great. Well, this has been great, very, very informative. I appreciate you guys coming on. And head to asugnews.com for more SAP stories.